Hi everyone, it's Raquel with 40 Day Family, and today we're on day 18 of our Celebrate America 250 years. And today the scripture is Hebrews 4:16. Let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. And today's is about a young man named Jeremiah Lanphier. He used this scripture in a pamphlet that he wrote to start prayer time at noon, and he invited all the townspeople and all the people who own business and everything, because he noticed that they were all sad and walking in the streets all gloomy. So he thought, why not have prayer at lunchtime? So he wrote the pamphlet. But before that, he was a tailor, and he literally got invited to join the ministry from another, preacher, and he decided to do it, and he just walked away and decided to become a preacher. And then he started that pamphlet that where he said, in the pamphlet it had the words, and I quote this part: to give merchants, mechanics, clerks, strangers, and businessmen generally an opportunity to lift up their hearts and voices to the throne of grace. So that those words, the throne of grace, in that quote, and then those words, the throne of grace, came from the scripture of Hebrews 4:16. And then this happened on September 23rd, 1857. And then the things that followed were just phenomenal. So at first nobody showed up, and that happens in a lot of things with business or anything else. And so he stayed and he prayed by himself, and then after about 30 minutes 6 people showed up the first week, and then the second week he had 20, and the third week he had 40, and then eventually it spread to other towns and churches to where literally you could go across America as far as we were. It mentions Chicago and lots of other cities in the West, that you could travel from east to west where our country had grown to so far in the year 1857. And every day at noon there would be churches in cities that you could stop and pray. And it literally, it's known as the Third Great Awakening or the Prayer Revival, and it was happened in 1857 and 1858. And it says that for 2 years that nearly 50,000 people a week turn their lives to Christ. And even President Washington Pierce, in Washington, President Franklin Pierce even came to the daily meetings. And I'm just like, wow, this is so interesting, and it's just eye-opening to me, and I just have been having so much fun with learning these things. And the thing about this one is, other than Jeremiah Lanphier starting it, it's known as the Third Great Awakening Revival, but it's not got a certain preacher attached to it for the whole time, because it was spread out in our communities and in our towns, churches in town, businesses in town. Even the taverns and the bars opened up for 30 minutes during lunch for prayer time. And I mean, just think how strong America was back then. This was, just after our independence, and, well, not just, it was about 100 years, but still. it was a strong time in America where people still turned to God when things were bad, and they were morally upright, and it just is so interesting to me how many people and leaders and founders of our country have participated in things like this and quoted scripture and all of that. And then today is the red star on my little surprise, and it's been really, really hard. This is going kind of slow for me too, because I'm so excited to show you this whole thing, and I actually worked on it today, and I have to finish these videos before I can finish what I worked on today and show you that. So hopefully it'll end up about the same time. The timeline will turn out right. So with that, have a great day and happy family building.